Either you are hunted, or you become the hunter.
Predator: Badlands just had its big UK premiere at the BFI IMAX in London, and the reactions are already blowing up online. Some are calling it one of the most intense Predator stories ever, with visuals that rival Avatar, while others are doing their stuff as critics. The movie hits US theaters on November 7th, 2025 from 20th Century Studios. And if these early reviews are anything to go by, we might be looking at another sci-fi blockbuster phenomenon. Predator is officially back and badder than ever, all thanks to the visionary Dan Trachtenberg that gave us Prey 2022 and Predator: Killer of Killers, which I must say blew me away with their storyline and awesome animation. So let's dive in and see what the critics had to say after the UK premiere. Drew Taylor, a senior film reporter at The Wrap, wrote this on X, formerly known as Twitter. #Predator Badlands is a tremendous accomplishment. Funny, scary, thrilling, emotional, with memorable characters and creatures with smartly staged action and 80s sci-fi fantasy vibes. Maybe most impressive is it works for franchise diehards, but is just as accessible for newcomers. In my books, this sounds awesome. Josh Barton, founder and editor of BartonReviews.com, also wrote this on X. #Predator Badlands is a pretty badass expansion of the Predator franchise. Dan Trachtenberg delivers yet more thrilling action in this world, even if this might be his weakest work in the franchise yet. It's the most action-packed Predator film yet, some of it as brutal as you'd expect, while other moments rely more on the comedic aspect brought into the film. It's an interesting angle to take with a Predator film, and one that doesn't always work, the film feeling a bit like The Mandalorian at times. When it's good though, it's good. I'm sure this guy is hard to please, believe me. I've been on his website, and we have contrary views on some movies. Phil Roberts, owner and editor of @Future of the Force on X, wrote this about Predator: Badlands. Dan Trachtenberg's Predator: Badlands is an epic spectacle that takes us on a deep dive into Yaoja mythology. More sci-fi epic than a traditional Predator film, it takes some big swings that don't always land. Despite its bold approach, legacy fans might be left disappointed. I will be the judge of that. Amon Warmann, co-host to Fade to Black podcast and a contributing editor to the Empire magazine, he wrote this on X. Predator: Badlands is freaking awesome. Inventive action, organic comedy, and a story I was fully invested in. Dan Trachtenberg continues to push all the right buttons with this franchise. Impressive. Jake Hamilton, a YouTuber, Jake the Movie Guy, wrote this on X. Even as someone who worshipped Prey, I was hesitant walking into Predator: Badlands. However, PB is another breath of fresh air in the series. A film as creative, bold, and even violent as the original, but also surprisingly funny? Just give Dan the keys to the franchise. That sounds awesome. I really like people passionate about movies like me. So that's all the reviews we can take for now. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'm out.